point where you make up your mind is where your life changes. That's where failure changes to success. It is your decision, not your condition, that determines your destiny. I promise you, where you're getting your best results will always lean towards your unique ability. Ultimately, what you focus on will define your identity. It will move from I can't do this, I don't have this, to I am not this. It doesn't take long for I don't have money to become I am poor. What you focus on ultimately will shape your sense of identity, because what you believe is what you become.
Whenever Dr. Sam speaks, your mind is going to be blown. Nothing less than what he always delivers.
He still doesn't run out of inspiration. Every time you listen to him, you are still inspired.
He's been doing this over many years. It's like he doesn't age doing it.
Just by mere meeting him, he has shifted my capacity.
Energetic, engaging, and filled with a lot of revelation and information that can change your life and move us from where we are now to the next level. Dr. Sam Adeyemi is the real deal.
It is when we find ourselves in very difficult circumstances, impossible circumstances, that actually is when our best potentials are released. We're tougher than the tough times. When we all live here, we want a scenario where we are able to shift things on a mass scale. A big thank you to Mr. Olajide for sharing and pouring out his heart today. Please, let's appreciate him. Dr. Nike is a born communicator. Amazing, amazing delivery. Thank you. There's an emotional dimension to change, right? Value shifts threaten identity. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for attending the Shift Conference 2026. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. I hope your week is off to a great start. Amazing. Well, good to be back here with us. We are a global leadership community. Yes, please let's know the city and country that you are signing in from. Thank you to everyone joining us on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and X and LinkedIn. Wow. Good to see you, my sister Janet Parker from Indiana. Awesome. Good to be back here. Yes. Oluwatosi is in Abeokuta, Nigeria. Yes. Pastor Bayo in the UK, good to see you. Amazing. Yes, Simpson Emmanuel is in Wales, in the UK. Damilola Adams is in Ilorin, Nigeria.
Uh, Forgive me if I skip your name. Help us to put the city and country you're joining us from. Minstrel Johnson, good to see you again. From Kwara State, Nigeria. John in Nigeria, good to see you. Benjamin from Nasarawa, Nigeria. Good to see you. Amazing. David is in Benin Republic. Wow, good to see you. Pastor Tim from Chicago, good to see you again. Yes. Agro Innovation Base from Elisha, Nigeria. Good to see you. Nnamdi is in New York. Pastor Nnamdi, good to see you. Jide, it's good to see you. Okay. Yes. Daniel is in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Another Daniel is in Lagos, Nigeria. Samuel is in Abuja, Nigeria. John in Nigeria. Lawrence in Lagos, Nigeria. Samuel, yes, Sam in Lagos. Ajibike in Oyo State, Nigeria. And Nkechi in Lagos, Nigeria. Good to see you. Oh, I'm only seeing LinkedIn user, but you are in Ireland. Fantastic. Good to see you. Matthew in Osun State, Nigeria. Tayo in Ado-Ekiti, Nigeria. Connie is joining us from the UAE. Good to see you, Bisola in Atlanta. My neighbor. Good to see you. Samuel is in Port Harcourt, Tapa in Lagos, and Philip in Ibadan. Ricky is joining us from Cologne, Germany. Good to see you again. And Timothy in Ikeja, Lagos. Yes. Latunji in Lagos, Martin in Enugu. Pim Wansa is in Kent in England. Good to see you, Mrs. Kings. Good to see you. Chimdi is in Nigeria. Temitope in Ireland. John in Abia State, Nigeria. Oluwaseyi in Abuja. Joseph in Port Harcourt. Pastor Peniel is in South Africa. Joshua is in Germany. You know, it's global. We are a global community, and this is a celebration of leadership, okay? Olumide is in Lagos, Nigeria. Precious is in Zaria, Nigeria. Eniola in Lagos. Grace is in Canada. Good to see you. Andy is in Lagos. Mercy is in Lekki. Ifeanyi is in Satellite Town. John is in Ibafo, Nigeria. Dominion is in Ekiti State, Nigeria. Daniel in Akwa Ibom, Nigeria. Fantastic. Yes, David, I recognized you already. Benin Republic. Cotonou. Beautiful, beautiful place. I was there last year. Faith is in Nigeria. And good to see you. Mrs. Kings is in Ibafo. Tunde is in, good to see you, Yomi. Tunde is in Ogun State. Melanie in Ogun State. Yakubu in Abuja, Nigeria. La Palma in Ogun State. Fantastic. Luis is in Ghana. Daniel in Port Harcourt. Ezekiel in Bayelsa. Architect Paul in Abuja. Good to see you all. Mabel in Lagos. Hannah in Lagos. And Dot2 is in Royal Dortmund. From Ruby, UK. Good to see you. Amazing. So, you know, we said it's Leadership Live, and I'm not sure what you were expecting. So I remember the first time we had the Excellence in Leadership Conference in Lagos, Nigeria, many years ago, almost 20 years now. And we invited the governor of Lagos State at that time to witness the conference. So when he stood up to speak, he could not hide his surprise because he saw the place packed with thousands of young people. He said, oh, when they said it was a leadership conference, he was coming to see titans of industries, right? CEOs, business organizations, and top government functionaries, and so on. And then he saw loads of young people. He said, well, I'm surprised, but I am inspired because that tells me that we have a future. Okay, so in our community, this is the point. We've moved away from the old definition of leadership that ties leadership to occupying a position. Generally around the world, when you say our leaders, people's minds go to the people who are at the top in government. But the discussion in leadership circles has gone beyond that. Now we define leadership as the ability to influence one or more people to achieve goals. The key word, the operating word, influence. Influence. And influence is the ability to alter the state of a person or thing. That's influence. Once you bring the discussion about leadership down to influence, you realize everybody's got it. Everybody's got the capacity to do it. I mean, if there's someone close by to you right now, just give the person a big smile and see what's going to happen. The person will smile back. You just influenced the person. You changed the state of that person. It's as easy as that. So influence does not only happen at the top, although the impact of what happens at the top affects a lot of lives, right? But influence happens at all levels. Good. When people believe that it's only people at the top that are leaders, they abandon their influence potential and abandon the deployment of that potential, right? The development and deployment of that potential. In our community, this is what we're doing here and through all of our programs. We are discussing and learning together how to build our influence and how to deploy that influence to make the world a better place. We choose not to be victims of circumstances or other people. We can do something. In our community, we have discovered that power is not a zero-sum game in our world. In other words, there isn't a fixed amount of power such that once people have taken the power, the rest of us are powerless and there's nothing we can do about it. There's nothing like that. Power is created. You can create power out of nothing, okay? And the place where power starts is in your imagination. It's in your mind. Once you believe that you are powerless, you're done. You're powerless. Okay? You believe you're powerful. It starts from your mind, right? Fantastic. Now we can all start on the same plate. Good. Well, of course, I won't be able to call out everybody's name, but let me welcome Arinze, Imo State, Nigeria. Pastor Fash in Ibadan, okay? Tundero Timi in Ogun State. Omololu is in Canada. This is lovely. Benga in Lagos, Toby in Ilori, Angela in Saudi Arabia, Raphael in Benin City, Nigeria, Biggie is in Ikorodu, Kemi in Ibadan, Louise Abe is in Ho, Ghana. Wow, Toby is in Ilori. Andrews is in L'Aquila, Italy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Samuel in Osun State. And Hadley is in Malawi. Eunice is in Lagos. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Dare is in Lagos. Ibikunle in Lagos. Collins in Lagos. Sunday in Lagos. Sandra in Ilori. David in Ibadan. Sobomabo in Port Harcourt. Fantastic. Yai is in Benin. Abiodun in Ogun State. Dale is in Saskatoon, Canada. Fantastic. Adebola in Ikosi, Lagos. Afolabi in Kwara State. Austin in Lagos. Rotimi in Shomolu. Prince in Lagos. And Ken is joining us from India. Joseph is in Port Harcourt. Joshua in Lagos. Mobolaji in Lagos. Joshua in Lagos. Benjamin in the UK. Fantastic. Olumide in Ilori. Olariwaji in Akure, Nigeria. Ogbonna in Lagos. Victoria in Lagos. Rotimi in Lekki, Lagos. Olayinka in Osun State. Samuel is in Ghana. Charles in the UK. Isaiah in Lagos. Ezekiah in Bayelsa State. Olufunsho in the UK. Winnie in Eboy. We're going to start in a couple of minutes, right? Special welcome to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. This is the Leadership Live. We are a community of leaders, a global community. This event is always attended by people from so many countries, right? Welcome, Emmanuel in Lagos, Peter in Port Harcourt. Kamaruddin is in Maryland, USA. Thank you. Paul in Ekpe, Tiku is in Cameroon, Elias in Lagos, Femi is in the US. Okay, Igunubemi is somewhere close to my hometown, right? In Kogi State. Family is everything. Good to see you again, Brooklyn, New York. Josh is in Benin, Sam in the UK. Patience in the UK, Ruth in Edo State, Nigeria, Falake is in Ibadan, Esther in Abuja, Michael in Lagos, Charlie in Benin City, Peter in Calabar, Jacob is joining from the UAE, Apos is in Ontario, Canada. Awesome. Christopher in Port Harcourt, Oluwaseyi in Ogbomoso. Wow, thank you for joining from all the platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. This is amazing. Okay, so sorry I won't be able to call all the names. Let's get into our discussion for the day. So this is the way, a very special welcome to everyone. Is there anyone joining us for the first time today? I believe there are people joining us for the first time, right? Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So this is how we do it, right? Honestly, once we say that an event is a leadership event and you show up, that says something about you. In your mindset, you see yourself as a leader already. Now that's huge. That is huge. That is huge because leadership is first. Like I said, power is created in the imagination. It is first imagined. So you actually start with a leadership mindset. Okay. Good. Wow, so many people joining us for the first time today. Wow, so many. Okay. Special welcome to everyone. Special welcome to everyone joining us for the first time today. Wow. We hope it's going to be absolutely worth your time. So many people from Nigeria and the UK, and I'm aware it's late at your end, so we'll make it fast, okay? Anyone here who has already subscribed to 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi? Right? How has it been? Thank you for joining us for the first time. How has it been on 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi? Good to see you, Damilola. Yes. Okay, how has it been? Awesome. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Simpson. Yes, Damilola says it's been so impactful, powerful, mind-shifting. That's what I want to hear. Thank you. That's encouraging for us, right? It's been practically Awesome. By Tapios. Thank you. Good to see you, Ibuku. Thank you for joining us. Wow. Yes, I subscribed. It is mind-blowing, says Joshua. Fantastic. Thank you for that feedback. Thank you. Nezo said I just subscribed today. Wow. Fantastic. Simpson says, it feels you talk to me directly. Oh my God, that's powerful. 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi is a success power program. Olatayo says 365 has been fantastic, amazing. Temitope says it has been mind-shifting. Awesome. Lauren says it's powerful. Mercy says it's mind-shifting. Fantastic. Special welcome again to everyone joining us for the first time today. We are a global community of leaders. Will I get the previous ones I missed? Honestly, it's our team that can answer that. I've been planning to ask them myself. I'll have an answer for you before we're through, okay? Is 365 Days still open for subscription? Yes, it is. Before we're done, we'll put the link in the chat room, or you can just go to samadeyemi.com. samadeyemi.com. It's there, okay? It's encouraging, says Adekunle. Thank you. Pastor Adeshola says it's amazing. Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, Joshua says, can we get the link? I really want to be a part of the program. Oh, thank you. Okay. We'll put it in the chat room, or you just go to your browser, type samadeyemi.com. Okay, right? samadeyemi.com. Right? Okay. Oh, Ibukun says, I would like to subscribe. Thank you. My one said, just joining for the first time. Thank you for joining us, all right? Yes. Mind and thought provoking, says Noel. Thank you. King David says, simply transformational. Fantastic. Yes, Felix says, how do I subscribe? samadeyemi.com on your browser. Fantastic. Idle says, I'm joining you in this platform for the first time. Do I've listened to your messages via cable? Oh, you are welcome specially. Randy, thank you for joining us from Ohio. Thank you. Oh, Angela says, I subscribed today, and man, I'm so glad I did. Woo! Thank you. Wow, Damilola says, you never can tell how limited your mindset is until you join 365 Days. Then you discover you need a lot of mind stretching, drilling. Once again, thank you all. Thank you for that. Oh my God, that's really encouraging feedback. Some people posted their testimonials today, right? Some typed, some recorded video, posted on LinkedIn today. I reposted all of them, okay? If you post yours also and you tag me, I'm going to repost your testimonial. Other people need to hear about it and to have an idea of what's going on, okay? What is the, Ajibola says, first time here, what's the 365 days subscription about? I was going to tell you that at the end of this discussion, but I might as well tell you now. So 31 years ago, I went on radio, okay? 31 years ago, I went on radio and was running this broadcast once a week, 15 minutes, called Success Power. And people found it life-changing because I was teaching basic principles that guarantee success, that create and guarantee success. My principles contain power. Principles contain power. And principles make success predictable, because a principle is a universal law, right? It makes something true once you satisfy some conditions, the result is predictable on every spot on this planet. Like I throw my phone up, it's coming down, right? I'm in Atlanta at the moment. I throw my phone up, it comes down. If I go to London or Beijing, China, or to Singapore, or to Cape Town, anywhere I go, I throw the stone up, it's coming down. That defines the presence of a principle. So on Success Power, I started teaching principles for success. Now remember, that was 31 years ago. So today I meet people all over the world that listen to me on radio. At some point, we changed the format from 15 minutes once a week to 5 minutes every day, Monday to Friday, usually early in the morning. And then we also went on TV. Powerful, powerful, life-changing stuff. Of course, technology has changed, right? So we stopped the broadcast some years back. And we've been exploring how to leverage technology and new media, to make the same thing available to people. And we realized there's a whole new generation right now that did not even hear me on radio or TV. So that's why last Monday, we launched 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi. So now we have the broadcast. It's 5 minutes, 5 powerful minutes. I am not who I was 31 years ago. Okay. So so the broadcast is pretty rich. The feedback we're getting is phenomenal. It's powerful. So it's not just a broadcast, right? We're a movement. We're asking people to come and be part of a movement, a leadership movement, a global leadership movement. Well, yes, we ask people to subscribe, but the price per month is the price of a cup of coffee, right? Just, to get people to make a commitment, right? Fantastic. So you can also go to my link tree, right? linktr.ee/Sam Adeyemi. It's on the screen. If you also go there, the first link you will see on that link tree is the link to the broadcast, right? In fact, if you are in Nigeria, it's even cheaper than that, right? What they call the urgent 2K, right? Because we want to see a lot of students. And if you had me on radio and on TV, the question is, yes, Igunugwemi says, yes, I remember listening to Success Power on Quara Radio. Yeah, then, yes, sir. So Robert says the same thing. I used to follow and enjoy Success Power broadcast. So I'm asking people in the older generation to subscribe for their children, right? I meet a lot of people today who say, my dad made it compulsory for me to listen to you on radio or to watch you on TV, right? In fact, someone said, I did not even quite fully understand what you were saying then, but it made a lot of sense to me because it was so young. Some people were in primary school, right? Elementary school. Okay, so that's what we now have, and we're running it on Telegram. Okay, we're starting from there. We're building our own special platforms on which to run it, right? But right now, we're on Telegram, okay? Good. Damilola says, Bo, I have a very intriguing question. How are you able to keep up with the broadcast daily? You never felt like stopping. You always had the time. You never got distracted with other things. Oh, gosh. It was just priority. Touching people's lives is priority. That's the job. That's the assignment. Other things are distractions. But of course, eventually, Yes, I got into other things. I'm busy. I do a lot of other things, but investing in people, that's my life assignment. That's why I'm here. And that is the thing that gives me the greatest fulfillment. Reading people's testimonials today or watching those videos today just made my heart full. And right now I'm reading some others here. It's just amazing, right? King David said, live your dream. To live your dream, you must have a dream. This has been echoing in my mind all week. Thank you. That's what it's meant to do. Shehu says success power all the way from childhood. That's it. That's it. Ajibola says found the links. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Daniel says, I remember listening to Success Power as a kid. I just loved the song intro back then. Yes, right. Ezekiel says, I remember the basic money principles 1 to 3 on Success Power. Wow, you even remember the specific broadcast titles. Amazing. So there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot coming. Okay. I usually would share some basic principles with us, right? And then we'll come back to this 365 days program issue. So I need you to go to bed with something, okay? How to become an extraordinary leader. How to become an extraordinary leader. Why am I thinking about that? Why was I thinking about that, right? Today. Pomile, oh, it's just so good to see you. I'm proud of you, right? Yes. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you. So, why am I going beyond becoming a leader to becoming an extraordinary leader? Because these are extraordinary times. The whole world is shaking. There's disruption everywhere, so much uncertainty and so on. And you know that leadership is playing a really big role, right? So that's it. These are extraordinary times. And I wanted to discuss becoming an extraordinary leader. First, leadership starts with character. Leadership starts with character. There's no way to run away from it, right? Because when you have character, right, then you have integrity, then you have honesty, then you have humility, right? Now, what that means is you can then be trusted. If you are honest, then your words can be trusted. Leadership in our community is the ability to influence one or more people to achieve goals. Ability to influence one or more people. Some people are influencing 100, some 1,000, some 1,000,000, some 100 million, and even more. Right? So if a leader does not have character, a leader cannot be trusted. There's going to be a problem with the leadership dynamic, right? Who's going to follow you when they don't trust what you have to say? So honestly, leadership starts with character, with you developing that capacity in your nature to be honest, to say something and to do it, right? To do what you say you're going to do, to keep your promises. That's how trust is built. That's how credibility is built. And that's when the leadership dynamic is possible. That's when people can follow you in simple language. Extraordinary leaders are people whose character remain constant even when there is pressure, even in changing situations and circumstances. Okay? People who keep their word, people whose integrity comes from the word integer, right? People whose lives are integrated, people whose public lives are the same with their private lives, right? People free from hypocrisy. Hypocrisy erodes the credibility of a leader. Character, prioritize that. Prioritize that, because leadership is not just about position, it's not just about visibility, it's not just about fame, it's more about responsibility and influence. It's more about responsibility and influence. We need character to lead. The second thing that makes you extraordinary as a leader is vision. And you know, vision is ability to see. The only thing is, this vision that we're talking about is not about seeing with your physical eyes. It's about seeing with your inner eyes. It's about the use of your imagination. Okay? I define vision as the ability to see people, places, and things, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. That's it. See, how things are going to be, that's one of the greatest questions in this world. How are things going to be? How are things going? One of the greatest tests of humanity, uncertainty about the future. Whenever anyone stands up and speaks with confidence about what the future is going to be like, you see, they will attract people. They will attract attention, even if they are lying. Okay? So, that ability to see the future, a leader has to rely on the inner eyes and on intuition, what we call intuition. We all have what some people call the sixth sense. That invisible capacity to sense, okay? Sense the future. It's so important in leadership. Let me go back to my definition of vision: ability to see people, places, and things, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. It starts with people. You've got to have the capacity to see potential in people. If you see people only the way they are, you're going to run crazy. Because people have problems, people have weaknesses, right? People have challenges. Some of the people you say you want to lead are going to hurt you. What keeps a leader going is the fact that you see beyond all that. You see beyond their weaknesses. You see beyond their mistakes. Listen, where do you think they get gold from? Where do you think they get from there? When they dig gold out from the soil, it is mixed with mud. And that's how you deal with human beings, right? But you've got to be able to see the gold. Can you see the gold in people? That's what makes a leader extraordinary. Sometimes that's why a leader would move towards someone people have considered to be the reject of the society, the person people don't want to have anything to do with, the person who has trauma in their lives and who's misbehaving, and a leader sees beyond that. Some of us experienced that in school. Troublesome boy, troublesome girl, they said, but the teacher saw something that nobody else was seeing, right? And then encouraged, right? This child encouraged the positive qualities, vision. You must be able to see beyond the present. But remember, it's not only about people. Thank you, Esther. I really appreciate that, right? Esther says, this is a rare teaching from what we hear this day. Keep it up. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's encouraging, right? Ability to see people, places, and things. Places, your city, your community, the school in your community, the road, the gutter, right? The ability to see places, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. Your country. This is where you begin to become a leader, right? Yes. It could be your church, could be your mosque, it could be your community center, right? Your environment, ability to see places, not just the way they are, but the way they could be. And things, right? Things. Steve Jobs, things, right? Phone, bring the computer and the phone together, right? Innovation, creativity. That's what makes a leader a leader. Bill Hybels said, vision is the heart of a leader. Vision is the heart. He said, you take vision out of a leader, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. right? In fact, Jesus Christ described in an amazing way. He said, leave them alone. They are blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind follow the blind, both of them will fall into a ditch. It's amazing. There are many people in our world that are following blind people. And I'm not talking about people physically impaired. I'm talking about people who do not have the capacity to see people's lives becoming better, to see their countries becoming better. Vision is at the heart of leadership. People don't follow confusion. They rally around direction. People don't follow confusion. They rally around direction. We don't have that much time. Maybe I should add one and we can continue the next time. Something that is right at the heart of leadership. We call it emotional intelligence or empathy. Or the word all of us will recognize, love. Love, empathy, the capacity to feel for other people, to care for other people, right? No, I know. When you say love, people don't like for us to mention that word in the leadership space because the musicians, when they mention love, it's always romantic love. I'm sorry, that's not the one we're discussing here. There are different kinds of love. The one we're talking about here is sacrificial love. I describe it this way. Love, the love we're talking about is the ability to recognize and celebrate value in another person. The ability to recognize and celebrate value in another person. If I lean on my Christian faith to describe it, I would say it is the ability to recognize that each human being is an extension of God, that there is a bit of God inside every human being. Each one is created in the image of God. That's what it means. Whatever you will not give God, don't give a human being. That's it. Whatever God deserves, that's what you should give a human being. That's the one I'm talking about. Thank you, Dr. Adegboyega. Extraordinary leaders, the extraordinary leader delivers transformational leadership in a disruptive world. Absolutely. If you develop these qualities, you cultivate these qualities that we're describing, you will be a transformational leader because you won't leave people or places the same. You will always be changing people and changing places for the better. Yes, just make that your principle. Whatever God does not deserve, humans don't deserve it. Whatever you will do for God is what you should do for another human being. Let me break it down. If your job is to clean chairs, clean the chairs as if it's God that is going to sit on those chairs. You can't get it wrong. I promise you. Anything you do will be done with excellence. And you will be communicating to people that they have value. Good to see you, Professor Ujo, our in-house professor of leadership. Thank you, Innocent, from Dubai, right? When you have emotional intelligence, you know, it's interesting how in the Bible they will say, love your neighbor as yourself, right? So having emotional intelligence helps you to have self-awareness, right? Self-awareness. How do I describe self-awareness? It's a special gift God gave humans. Only humans have it. The ability to come out of yourself to look at yourself. It's a gift that leverages the imagination, right? The ability to come out of yourself to look at your life. It's powerful. With that, you can be self-aware of your strengths, self-aware of your weaknesses. Are you aware of your strengths? Are you aware of your talents? Your talents make you extraordinary. Extraordinary. no, there's nobody who does not have anything in this world, because God never made a failure. So there's no human being who does not have gifts. In doing this, in doing 365 days, in writing books, in organizing conferences, I'm just leveraging the gifts that I have been given. Teaching, right? Wisdom and teaching. So, emotional intelligence or love is a superpower, and it increases your self-awareness. It helps you to regulate your emotions. Very important. Helps you to regulate your emotions, because you're not out to hurt people, you're out to help people, right? When you show people love, because people ask me, if I want to love, how do I get the best response from people? How do I get loyalty from people? Just love them. Come on. Yes, I know you may not be used to hearing that in the leadership space, but I'm telling you right now, that is the key. Be concerned for people. Turn the focus away from yourself. Put the focus on other people. Self-centeredness and leadership don't work together. I promise you, power and selfishness don't make a good mix at all. Whether it is financial power or political power or social power or physical power, they don't mix well with selfishness. You are too loaded to waste, right, all of the power the Creator has given you on yourself. I usually put it this way: your life is too small to be the purpose of your life. If you want to find your potential and unleash it, turn the focus away from yourself, put it on other people. You'll be amazed. When I went on radio 31 years ago, I was shocked. The things I began to talk about, those success principles, they were principles that I learned by reading books because I was desperate for breakthrough, desperate for success. But I'm just grateful that I got that inspired idea to go on radio and share the thing with other people. I did not realize it's Africa, right? That millions of people were also struggling like myself. Once I started, it was boom. There's power in love. There's power in empathy. You want to be a successful leader? Care for people. Look for who to help. Look for who to serve. Look for who to add value to. You are always better than at least one person. You are always ahead of at least one person. Right? Anyway, we're discussing how to be an extraordinary leader. I am an introvert. I never thought I would be doing the things I'm doing right now with millions of followers on social media and beyond. Woo! But once I took the focus away from myself, that desire to be alone, to not mix with people and all of that, and I now realize I have the gift of wisdom, have gifts, right? I generate powerful ideas, and then I would keep all of that to myself. It's not going to work. That's not what the Creator had in mind. And once, I had to overcome the discomfort, right, of having to talk to large numbers of people and individuals too. And then I just found a new dimension for my life entirely. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. Is this helpful at all? Okay, I'm going to take a few questions, but before I do that, just hold on. I'll tell you when I'm ready to take the questions. I just want to say here that the 365 days with Sam Adeyemi is a part of what we call our 4-level ascension model. 4-level ascension model, right? So we have 4 levels. We want to move people through 4 levels, right? And by the time we're done, by the time you get to level 4, you'll be literally shifting the world. So the 365 days is an introductory level. Well, at level 1, we have social media. Everything we put out on social media is free, right? We have this leadership live. It's free. Thank you. Mrs. King says it's very helpful. Thank you. We do this once in a while, right? It's free, right? I speak at conferences. I preach sermons, right, in the church space. That's all free, right? Those are part of our level 1 programs. And then we have something that is coming soon. We're calling it the Shift Campus Fest. Shift Campus Fest. Can you imagine? Few days after our Shift conference in Lagos, Nigeria, February this year, I got a letter from the Vice Chancellor of one of the oldest and one of the largest universities in Nigeria saying, we've been following what you're doing with the Shift conference. We want you to come and hold the Shift conference on our campus. And we're discussing with them actively right now, okay? Interestingly, a private university had also requested before. So we're discussing with the two of them at the same time. We're going to campuses. I have a passion for young people. I have a big passion for young people. And we're going with young people now on our team because my sweetheart, Pastor Nick and myself are not going to be speaking alone. And there's going to be a lot of entertainment, music, and comedy and all that. But then we're also going to deliver powerful, life-changing speeches for our young people. That's all part of our level 1 program. So 365 days with Sam Adeyemi is also a level 1 program for us. And that's why it's so cheap. The price of a cup of coffee, right? And if you're in Nigeria, probably even less than that. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2, we have our schools, right? Some of you are aware that I founded the Daystar Leadership Academy, first pure leadership school in Nigeria 24 years ago. We've had over 55,000 people come through the Daystar Leadership Academy. It's powerful, life-changing, basic leadership and management courses at the certificate and advanced certificate levels, basic certificate and advanced certificate levels. The second school, which is coming soon, is our school for strategic leadership, right? So when you've gone through the DLA, then you come and attend our school for strategic leadership. And one of the major things we'll be doing at the School of Strategic Leadership is running certification programs. 3 categories of people will certify. We'll certify senior leaders. Once we certify you, right, certified strategic leadership practitioner, any organization can put you in the executive level. And if you're a politician, people can trust you to know what you're out to do. We're also going to certify leadership speakers, people who want to do speaking like me in leadership. We're going to have certification for that, and we're going to have certification for people that want to do coaching, right? Leadership coaching. Good. Level 3 programs have to do with coaching, right? Level 3 programs have to do with coaching. Coaching small business owners. We call that the Business Leadership Accelerator. Watch out for the announcement for that. It's coming soon. It's going to be a 3-month program, right? We're going to hack together for 3 months. And we want business owners to take their businesses 10x or 100x or 1000x, okay? The second program is the Sam Adeyemi Mastermind, right? The Sam Adeyemi Mastermind, which is, we're running the first cohort right now. This is for high-level founders and executives, right? High-level founders and executives. We've closed shop for this year, but towards the end of this year, we'll announce the cohort for next year, okay? So those are level 3 programs. Level 4 is about licensing. So at level 4, we will license the speakers and the coaches and organizations to use our intellectual property, all the frameworks and the principles that we're developing. Don't forget, I've been at leadership for quite a while. I've been teaching it for quite a while. I'm also a doctor of strategic leadership, right, on the academic side. So, listen, when you look at our world, what do you think? This leadership thing is a huge area of need. Huge. A lot of people get into leadership positions who have never attended the leadership training, especially in the developing part of the world. Right? So this is a huge movement that we have here. We want to move together through those levels 1, 2, 3, 4 in such a way that by the time someone's been part of our movement, and honestly, each level will empower, will so radically transform you. You'll be able to move to the second level and to the third and to the fourth. There are people who are at various of those levels right now. So 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi is a level 1 program. And I'm asking all of us to come in, right? And let's move together and don't come alone. We're going to give a special status to the founding 10,000 members. Listen, we're going to have a lot of people. We're having a lot of people, okay? We're having a lot of people. Damola says, I recommend everyone for Daystar Leadership Academy. There's a lot to learn. I don't have the time to be describing here how radically transforming it is. Listen, if you want to resolve leadership problems, you have to look at them from the angle of culture. From the angle of, and the courses at the Daystar Leadership Academy are paradigm shifting. And because we're dealing with culture, that's why we're running the 365 days program, right? It needs to be a daily thing. Leadership is not a day's job. Building a leader, cultivating a leader is not a day's job, it's a daily job. Daily, right? samadeyemi.com, samadeyemi.com, right? Or go on my link tree. The link is in my bio on any of the social media platforms. Find your way to 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi, and tomorrow, right, 6 a.m. West African time, the 5-minute broadcast drops every single day, okay? Good. We even have a QR code on the screen in case you are able to get into that. All right. Oh, thank you. Omotola says, coming in contact with your teaching in our 30s helped another. Thank you. Yeah, right. That's, my heart just goes out to a lot of young people. I meet a lot of people today all over the world whose lives changed just listening to Success Power. In fact, maybe one of the most exciting testimonies is what happened when we were broadcasting in Gambia, right? At some point when we were still running on TV and radio, we were both on radio and on TV in Gambia. The day I visited Gambia for the first time, I went into Gambia like a rock star. Our flight arrived at about 1 a.m. and the journalists were still there from the national TV. They said they had to interview me. So I did an interview soon as after I landed. They said the whole nation needed to be aware that I had arrived. There was a day our broadcast ran on TV in Gambia, and it happened that the president at that time was watching. As the broadcast was ending, he called the TV station and told them to suspend the next program and to repeat Success Power. That he wanted the whole country to hear Success Power again. All right. So join us on 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi right now. Just type samadeyemi.com on your browser and join us right away. And you can actually even subscribe on behalf of someone else because it's that easy to subscribe, right? If you want somebody's life to change, or you have children, right, who are old enough to understand what we're saying, this is it. Good, thank you. Any questions for me on what we discussed, how to become an extraordinary leader, or about the 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi program? Any question for me? We have a few minutes to do that before we go to sleep. Damilola says, thank you so much for these platforms. I started joining this live last year. I thought I was learning for the future because I was still an employee. I'm now a business owner, by God's grace. Oh my God. That is so powerful, right? That's the transformation's just been so radical, right? Says is now a business owner. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. Sally says, I've attended many years ago, 2010. I would recommend for anyone basic and advanced. That's the Daystar Leadership Academy, right? When is the next online DLE? There's a hybrid program that is running on, I think that should be next week. Is it the 18th and 20th? Yes, 18th and 20th. There's a module that run dlaonline.org. dlaonline.org. You get the information there. Good. Innocent is asking, how do you measure progress in the people or person you're investing in or those you choose to be a blessing to? I mean, progress on my end and on their end so that I feel I'm being impactful. Fine. So it's good to set targets, right? That's part of why goal setting is important. Difficult to be measuring if there are no markers, no parameters, right? So we agree from the beginning, right? These are the qualities that we want to see in you. So we're giving ourselves 6 months. And this is what we'll do together to help you to get there. Or, for example, skills. You may have someone on your team who is not yet good at speaking, at standing before people to talk. You can make that a target, right? Sometimes you have someone on your team who doesn't even know how to drive a car, right? Okay, you make that a target. Somebody doesn't know how to write a letter or doesn't know how to operate a computer and things like that. So skills, you can actually measure, right? You can set goals for the skills that someone should have or character qualities that someone should have. Then you can review when the time has lapsed. It's very difficult to evaluate where there are no goals, right? Damilola is asking, how do you cope under leadership that obviously is shallow from the way you think? And this is at the ration of 1/10. Do you leave that environment? I get boxed up trying to balance. I feel you, right? This is important though. I say that being a leader does not automatically mean you must be the smartest person on the team, right? A leader is only a broker of talents. A leader is only a broker of talents. The big problem is when you have a leader who wants to do everything alone or who is threatened by the capabilities of the people on the team. Now that's a big problem, right? If you happen to serve under a leader like that, the first thing I want you to understand is that the leader is also a human being. And you need to find a way around their weaknesses to create success for them and for you. So try, even if it's difficult, try to care for them, right? Try to show that you care for them. Try to show that you want them to win, right? When they get to trust you, then they will have a little bit of capacity to take some of the radical ideas that you are bringing. If there's no trust, your powerful ideas will be threatening. Because some of your powerful ideas and accomplishments will threaten the sense of security or the position of the leader, right? Literally threaten their existence, and they will find themselves fighting you or frustrating you. So the average mind, it takes the average mind about 72 hours to become comfortable with a new idea. When you suggest new ideas, leave it with them. Let them ruminate over it, and come back. Don't push, right? Or else they will resist, okay? Show that your intentions are pure. Don't mind if you don't get the credit, right, for the ideas or initiatives that you push, don't mind. As long as everybody's winning or the boss is winning, fantastic. But if the person you are dealing with, doesn't have character, because this is beyond skill now, to at least the character to allow others to contribute ideas so that all of us can win. If they can't, at some point you will know when it's time for you to leave such an environment. Wow, John said, I traveled from Akwa Ibom to Lagos and attended DLA in my 20s and my 30s. Put me in leadership, leading people with evident results. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oluwase says, this is so timely. Thank you, good to hear that. Oh, Taiwo says, yes, sir. I was in the Gambia in 2011, and you need to see how people were watching Success Power. Wow, oh my God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I got a witness. Mercy is asking, is leadership possible through actions rather than words, like being a role model? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. You have to be an example. But I would say it has to be a combination of both. You have to talk. As a leader, you have to talk and talk and talk and talk. There are things you've got to repeat like every day. You have to repeat the vision, right? For the team or the group. You have to repeat the mission. You have to be repeating the core values, the standards, right? The standards, the principles that govern behavior, in the group and team. And then you have to live. Right? You have to align with the vision, with the values, and so on. So yes, the words are very important. It's one of the things we'll discuss next time on how to become an extraordinary leader. Yes. And being a role model also, absolutely. If what you say is different from what you do, people will not do what you say, they will do what you do. Thank you, Dr. Adegboyega. Yes, the next module of DLA is 18th and 19th of May, entrepreneurship development. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Mark. Said I've read so many of your books. I'm so excited to join this live session. Oh, thank you. And talking about books, I like to talk about books. This is my latest, right? Just in case it's your first time you're coming across me. Shifts, 6 steps, right? To transform your mindset and elevate your leadership. The shifts is a framework. It's an acronym. The S stands for see, the H for hear, the I for insight, the F for formulate, the T for transform, and the S for succeed. Powerful, powerful principles for practically reprogramming yourself from the inside and knowing how to then help other people to reprogram. So I have chapters on, I start the book by explaining the framework. Then I have a chapter on personal transformation, right? Leveraging the shift principles. Then I go on to organizations, and then you have the global one that talks about how to transform whole nations with these principles, right? Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, in North America, Walmart, Target, the major stores sell this book. In Nigeria, Robin Heights Bookshop, and the Family First Bookshop. And both you can find on Instagram. The Family First Bookshop and Robin Heights Bookshop. And they'll let you know how you can get the books. When and how can I join the DLA? DLAonline.org. DLAonline.org. How does one register for the speaker and consulting? Thank you for asking. We'll let you know. We'll let you know. The certification programs, we'll start them soon. They're not running yet. Thank you. Good question from Sheon. I realized you said you were an introvert at some point before. My question is, how did you break out of your shell and didn't crawl back when things feel tensed or not going the way you wanted at the beginning? Okay, to be honest, right? So I found myself in a church where I was one of the youth ministers. In fact, I was made youth pastor. My pastor, as at that time, my first pastor is a super extrovert, super. And then a good chunk of, and my brother was also part of the team. He's he's an extrovert. My friends, a number of my colleagues were also extroverts. So, but especially for my pastor as my leader, as my role model, whatever he did was the key to success, right? So I found myself trying to imitate him, talking fast, gesticulating, and so on. The first time my dad saw the video of me speaking at one of our youth events, he could not believe it, right? Why didn't I crawl back? Because I saw the impact. I saw that as an introvert, my strength is in my mind. It's in the thinking, right? It's in the ideas. But if you keep all of them in there, you don't understand how powerful they are. I speak what is normal to me. It hits people in a powerful way. I hear how what I'm saying is changing people's lives. I'm not going to stop, right? So it's that struggle between, is it going to be about you or is it going to be about other people? And yes, I fought that fight for a long time, but eventually I found a better way to go, was to shift it in favor of people. And then with time, it's just not an issue anymore. It's just that when I do all this, my public speaking, then I need my space. Okay, I need my private space, right, to recover. Oh, Nicholas says this is very helpful, sir. Thank you. Good to hear that. We're about done. For some of us, it's time for us to sleep. Oh, wow. Thank you. Think tank scientists. Thank you so much, sir. Years ago, I read your book on ideas rule the world, and I am still benefiting from the wisdom in the book. Isn't that amazing? We are repackaging the book, and it's going to be out again now globally very soon. Wow. You say, and I am still benefiting from the wisdom in the book. I am now in Texas pursuing my PhD. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you're a leader, Okoyemi is asking, like a man in the Bible who delivered his city by his wisdom, but because he's poor, nobody remembers him. How do you get out of this? Yes. So you just realize that there are different kinds of intelligences. A lot of people don't realize that. There are different kinds of intelligences. But what our school system measures most of the time is only academic intelligence. So have you noticed how it's not the brightest people that win elections? Have you noticed? So people wonder how come it's the people that are not bright that are leading the rest of us, right? I don't think that question is a good question. That's not the correct way to look at it. The people that win elections, they have another kind of intelligence. You'll be surprised. Those of us that have sophisticated ideas like that and philosophies, the problem is we don't connect with the crowd. We don't connect with the masses anywhere in the world, right? It's the people that have this intelligence. It's a form of intelligence on its own to connect with people. So you then find out someone may have that kind of intelligence that wins elections, but not have intelligence for running the country well, right? So that is it. This person had the intelligence for warfare, military warfare, military strategies, and they defeated the enemy, but did not have the intelligence for financial management. And what the person should then have done was to submit himself to learning from somebody else that had that. That's how I would analyze it. Tunde is asking, how do you build loyal and high-performing teams? Love people genuinely, okay? Love people genuinely. And then make sure that people on the team love one another. Your team will trust you. People will trust one another, right? That's when a team can work. If there's a lot of internal wrangling and gossiping and suspicion, and you don't deal with that, they're not going to function well. How do you stay faithful to purpose during seasons of little results? No, just basic understanding that life works in seasons. Life works in seasons. The fact that it's dry season and the leaves drop their leaves does not mean that they are dead. No. Life works in seasons, and we need to have that adaptability, to shift from season to season. All right. Thank you, everyone. Yes, Damilola, leadership is indeed real intentional work. Elizabeth says, just catching up now from Uganda. Hope I've not missed a lot. You did. You did. We've been on for over an hour. However, the good news, this is going to stay on our page, right? On Facebook. Yes, it's going to be there on YouTube, right? It's going to be there on X. So you can just watch the whole thing over and over again. We're out of time. If you haven't joined 365 Days with Sam Adeyemi, a 5-minute daily broadcast that is life-changing, make sure you do that before you go to bed tonight. Is that okay? Has this been helpful? If it has been, can you help me to type a Y in the chat room? That's letter Y, right? Letter Y. If I get, let's say 5, I'll be sure that, this was a worthwhile investment of time for everybody. Thank you. I got the first one. I got number 2, 3. Next session, just watch out. It's likely going to be soon. Let me see. The next session will be next week, next Monday, okay? Next Monday. Watch out for the info. But if anything changes, we'll be out saying it on social media, right? I will send emails out. Oh my God, I got so many Ys. Somebody even typed 3 at the same time. Burkina Faso, thank you for joining us. Oh my God. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day or a restful night, okay? And have your best week so far. I don't know what it is you may be going through as a person, but I sincerely pray for you that God's power that is beyond your own capacity will step in on your behalf this week, and what was difficult will be easy. Where there was pain, there will be healing. Where there was loss, there will be restoration. Where the doors are being closed, the doors are open, and the cycle of failure is broken. You have new cycles now, and there are cycles of success and good news. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
You need to develop the capacity to set goals and to move yourself to achieve those goals.
You cannot stay somewhere, remain unseen.